The prince was afraid of developing muscular atrophy, a weakening of his skeletal muscles, those bundles of tissue which extended and contracted, providing him with daily movement. If he continued to sit, his opportunity to escape would be hindered when the chance presented itself. The lack of exercise was a real danger for him. He flexed and relaxed his leg muscles as he waited for his captor to respond. "Sit there. You did it. Now enjoy it," the man said, walking away. Marari tried not to gag again as he spoke. "I am sorry. I will clean. Please. I just want water and a shower." The man paused. Marari kept his head lowered in a humble position. He did not want to risk direct eye contact. He did not want to appear aggressive, although that would have been very difficult considering his current predicament. The man said nothing, but returned to the table carrying a container with disinfectant wipes and a trash bin. He placed both on the Indian prince's right side. Marari understood immediately what was expected of him. He reached out with his free hand and frantically pulled a sheet free. He wiped his face and suit first. He then moved the plate and wiped around it. He threw one sheet away and grabbed at another. The clean, sanitizing scent eased his upset stomach. Marari lifted the plate and tossed it in the trash. The man standing over him did not object. "Thank you," said Marari. The man grunted and walked away. He returned within minutes with a bottle of water. He set it in front of the prince. Marari's heart rejoiced. The 16-ounce bottle had an unbroken seal. It wouldn't kill him. He reached out, grasped it, and raised it to his mouth. He used his teeth to unscrew it. He then set the bottle down momentarily while he replaced the cap on the table. With shaky hands, he retrieved it and cautioned himself mentally to drink slowly, very slowly. He did not want to shock his system, nor did he have any way of knowing when he'd get something else to drink or eat. He closed his eyes and savored the taste of the water. He relaxed as he felt it rejuvenate his mouth, his body. He became tranquil as his mind drifted, meditated. Then he thought of Aaron, instinctively, compulsively. Marari saw her face. It was fresh, young, and always smiling. He had noticed that about her immediately. He had unwillingly acknowledged her presence the moment she joined the others in the surgical conference room for orientation. She had been the only Black resident in the cardiovascular rotation, and thus he found her to be intriguing. She was also good in the OR. He'd observed that once during a simple thoracic procedure. Her first cut, the initial incision of an operation, the moment when scalpel met flesh, was always perfect. She did not make the cut too big or too small. It was never too deep. Her hands didn't shake. She used the blade like a felt-tip pen, always maintaining control. But what impressed Marari the most about the resident was her technique. It was textbook perfect, step by step, suture by suture. Her closings were flawless. He should know. As a senior resident, Marari Varadaraj had been a perfectionist when it came to the OR. He was obsessive compulsive. He had surgical OCD. For him, there was no second chance to get it right. He owed his patients the very best, and he had observed that same level of dedication in the young surgeon's work. He saw the skill. He recognized the talent. And that was how Aaron Simpkins had been introduced into his world.